All right, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Today we're hitting loaded carries and going to talk about why everyone should do loaded carries. Starting off with sandbag carries, and that's going to lead me into point number one, core stability. So heavy sandbags great for core stability. Really, any loaded carries are great for core stability. Heavy sandbags are really especially good for your spinal erectors. Basically the muscles that run up and down your spine. Great for your upper back as well. As you're carrying all that weight in front of you, your spinal erectors are working to keep you from folding forwards. Having a strong, stable core is kind of a twofold benefit. Number one, it's going to protect your spine. Somebody that's had their lower back fused, core stability is huge for me. And the other thing is it's going to just help you when you're lifting anything heavy, squats, deadlifts, stuff like that. You're going to have less energy leakage if you have a strong core. And just even, lifting heavy stuff at work, it's going to be a huge benefit to have a strong core. Next up, we are doing chaotic suitcase carries. So we've got the weight on one side and it's on band, so it's bouncing up and down. So the key to this is, again, core stability, but a thing called proprioception. So your body's ability to sense your joints in space, turn on the right muscles to support those joints to protect them. So as the weight's bouncing up and down, your body's got to compensate, turning the stabilizing muscles off and on. So it's a really good way to train it. You're moving, the weight's moving, everything's very unpredictable. So great way to train your body, turn the right muscles on at the right time, makes you very efficient. All right, next up, we're going to hit some farmers carries, and that leads me into my next point. Point number 3 is functional strength. So not everybody cares about hitting their max strength potential, and that's fine. But a huge thing that's important to me is being strong enough as I age. So when I hit my 80s, my 90s, however old I grow to be, I want to be independent. I want to still be able to carry my groceries, do everything I need to do to be able to take care of myself. And to me, this is more important than ever these days because so many people have jobs where you're sitting all day, lot less physical labor jobs than what there used to be. If you're carrying cans of paint or drywall, mud, or, doing construction, stuff like that, you're getting a good amount of physical labor in. That's really going to benefit you as far as functional strength goes. But a lot of people are at a desk for 8 hours a day, and then they spend their evening sitting on the couch watching TV, stuff that has zero benefit to your physical strength. So loaded carries are a great way to make up for that. And you can get benefits from doing shorter, heavier carries like I'm doing here on a circuit. Do about 7 minutes straight, and I do 3 rounds, just vary the carries. But you can also get benefits from something as simple as just getting a couple lighter kettlebells and just walking with them for distance. Some days you can go out, just do suitcase carries, switch hands every couple minutes. And then I'm a big fan of making everything in life as hard as possible. So when you go to the grocery store, don't reach for that grocery cart. Get yourself a grocery basket. One if one's enough, suitcase carry that thing.
Yep.
If you need two, carry 2 baskets, load them up as heavy as you can, and carry your groceries, for goodness sakes. In the short term, it's going to be really beneficial when you got to move heavy, awkward objects, which we do all the time in life. But in the long term, it's really going to be beneficial in keeping your independence. You're going to be able to do things that other people, and at an advanced age, you're just downright unable to do. Next up, we have work capacity. So I do a ton of weighted vest walks with my 55-pound weighted vest. I do obviously loaded carry circuits like you're seeing here. Sometimes I'll just go for a walk around the block carrying a 35-pound kettlebell, suitcase carrying that thing. I'll do 3 or 4 laps, and I'll just change my hands every couple minutes. And all that stuff is just going to make it so everyday life is easier. It's one thing to be strong, functionally strong, physically strong, but can you keep up that strength for an extended period of time? What kind of endurance do you have? Loaded carries are a great way to build work capacity, build that endurance. It'll pay off for you in the gym. It'll also pay off in real life. Everybody's probably moved furniture at some point in their life. you're going backwards up the stairs, and the person at the bottom going forwards has to stop and keep putting the couch down because they just can't keep up. They need to stop and take a break every 5 seconds. And you're just like, man, let's just get this done, you know? Or even worse, you know, someone might be in a burning building, a fireman comes in to save them. Fireman's strong enough to pick them up and start dragging them, but they only get halfway and they can't keep going because they don't have the work capacity to do it. I mean, talk about a crappy situation. And then just everyday life is more enjoyable with the higher your work capacities. I went on a hike with my brother last year, went up to visit him, and I'd been walking a ton with a weighted vest on, doing my circuits, and I absolutely destroyed him. I got to the top, I felt amazing. He came huffing and puffing 20 minutes behind me, and it's a real eye-opener for him. He started working hard on his work capacity. After that, got himself a weighted vest, walking like crazy with his weighted vest on. He found he had more endurance in the gym. He had more energy in general. Just keeping up with his kids was easier. He's got 3 little kids. Just had more energy for everything in life because his work capacity was higher. Right here we're doing some sled drags. In my opinion, sled drags and pushes are the perfect companion to loaded carries. You're going to get the same ability to work on your work capacity, general physical preparedness, but you're not loading up your skeletal structure here. So you get a little bit of balance. Really great. I'm doing backward sled drags. Really good for the hamstrings, the glutes, the knees, all that good posterior chain stuff that we don't focus enough on. Every loaded carry circuit I do, I add in sled drags, and a lot of times I'll do pushes as well. And then the last thing I want to cover quick is grip strength. Goes along with functional strength, but grip strength is important to everything you do in the gym. Just having a strong grip, no matter what exercise you're doing, will prevent energy leakages and just channels power through the movement. Just in general, I think grip strength is very underrated, but super crucial. All right, so to recap, my top 5 reasons for doing loaded carries are core stability, proprioception, functional strength, work capacity or GPP, and building your grip strength. If you don't do them, now's the time. Add them into your routine. You definitely will not regret it. All right, huge shout out to my camera girl, filming the loaded carries. I'm making cinnamon rolls because she knows her dad can't eat them.